So I promised I'd do a video. I just remembered as I was just starting that I promised I'd do this on how to take your front bumper off and mount your light bar. Now I've actually been having trouble with my light bar. It's been shaking loose so that the lens tilts downward, and that's just because it's not quite a perfectly spaced mounting point. Otherwise you'd have to drill into your framework, which you can do if you want to make it better. But anyway, to take your bumper off, you got to get 11 millimeter. I'll have to double check. I think it's 11. And then you take all of these little bolts off, which takes this little rain edge off, as well as these little clips right here. And then you also have these clips right here. There's one of them on the back side of the wheelbase. Now that's a little different than the other clips. You actually push that little center post in, and that releases everything. And then along the bottom side, I believe there are 6 that are going to be like this kind right here. You take those off, and then everything kind of just eases off of there. Hang on, I won't really be able to take a video of that, but I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. So anyway, after you take those 6 bolts out and those 3 clips, this is what you'll be looking at. And there's your strip. Just be sure not to lose any of your things, and it's 10 millimeter, by the way. So after that comes the other clips I was talking about. I'm going to take those off and then show you again. Hang on. So while I'm down here, the first one comes out from right here. Right, this is where the hole punch one is. First one comes out right here. And then, see those little black tabs? That one right there, and going on down. Those are the ones you're going to take off. Alright, so it's more like 8 underneath plus the 2 on the sides. Now, when you go to take this off, as you can see, this will just kind of pop right off there like that. See how that just kind of popped right off? The trick, the part that I always struggle with, see how that just pulls right off of there like that? You got to be a little bit willing to manhandle the bumper just a smidge. There we go. And then you can just take it off and rest it right down. Now, the part that I struggle with is disconnecting that goddamn cord right there for the fogs. You got to do this on both sides. This little guy right here, you can see I taped it, and that's because that son of a bitch will not stay put when you try to put it back on. So I had to tape it down. Anyway, I'm going to try to get these lights unhooked if I can, and then we'll keep going. Well, once again, I cannot figure out how the hell to take those things off. I've tried and they just don't come off. But anyway, here you can see the inside of the bumper, some of those tabs I was talking about. The trickiest tab is actually this one, because it has to kind of go up and in under here. The other ones just rest there. They just go up and mount. This one actually goes under into like a little sleeve. So sometimes putting the bumper on can be a 2-man job. Now, here's your mounting points right here. This is the most difficult one to reach. And you can see what's been happening to my light bar. It's been rotating downward for whatever reason. Hello, how are you? And then over here is a mounting point right over there. And believe it or not, both of those positions are actually, they're good to go. They're ready to go right on the, those are factory holes. I didn't have to touch them. So my problem is keeping this stiffened up. As you can see, this is on a little bit of an angle. Or maybe you can't tell, but it's angled slightly outward like this. And this part should make it a little more obvious. Same is true for this side. So the mounting points are just like, you know, 1/4 to 1/2 inch too wide to do what I need it to do. So I think I still have in here, I hope I still have in here, there it is. So what I'm going to do now is uninstall it and reinstall it using these rubber flanges, and using the lock rings and such, which I didn't use when it was installed the first time. So anyway, that's how you install the light bar. I'll have to put it in the description what size it is. I think it's 26 inch curved. But alright, thanks for watching.